QuickBooks tutorial, how to use QuickBooks for beginners. Good day guys and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to have a look at how you can harness the versatility and the user-friendly platform created by QuickBooks. So if you own a business or if you're an accountant, this is fantastic accounting software so you can manage your monies coming in and out of your business. So it's got a fantastic interface which you can really play around with. It's got a ton of options, so let's get straight into it. On the right hand side, if you haven't already signed up, you will be able to create a free account. Then you will be able to create a new document, which we will get into later on. And then you have a help tab. So if there's anything you're unsure about, you can actually just tap on the help tab and it'll bring up a chat box. So you can chat to a human being or you can visit the frequently asked questions. Then you will have a search bar which you can search for invoices or any other documentation on QuickBooks. Then you've got your notifications and you have settings. And then you have your personal account details. So if you jump into settings here, there's a bunch of stuff that you can actually use to define your QuickBooks account or your company's accounting. So from the left-hand side, it says your company. And here you can define your account and your settings. You can manage the users that have access to your account. You can also customize your form styles. And you can also customize the chart of accounts. There is also a tab for additional information. So if you need to add in additional information to your company, you can do that right over there. Then we have lists. We have all lists, products and services, reoccurring transactions, attachments, and custom fields. So this is all stuff that you can change according to what your business needs are. Then we have some tools. You can import data, export data, reconcile, you can have a look at your budgeting, you can view your audit log, and then there is a smart look which allows you to go through the entire document with one click of a button. So if we get out of there now, you on the left hand side will see 3 lines with an arrow. Once you tap that, it'll bring up your toolbar. On the left hand side you have a menu where you can do a bunch of stuff. Now the main page is basically just giving you your bank account and a bunch of shortcuts. What we can do here is tap new. So as you can see on this menu, there are a bunch of new things that you can create here. So whether you're doing an invoice for a customer, if you're doing a quotation for a customer, a credit note, or a refund, this is where you will create it. If you have suppliers, you want to create an expense, or a check or a bill, or you want to pay bills or a purchase order, you can do it right over there. And then if you have employees that you need to pay, you can actually book a timesheet in there, or you can just create a single time activity invoice. And then we have bank deposits, transfers, journal entries, statements, and pay down credit card. And that is in other. So each one of these options have different settings. So I'm going to show you 1 or 2 documents, and let us start with an invoice for a customer. So as you go through the process, if you haven't got an existing customer on your database, you will have to create that customer and fill out all the details pertaining to that individual. So on this page over here, it'll ask you to enter a customer. As mentioned before, you can either use one of these existing customers or you can add a new customer. When you're adding a new customer, you will have to add a email address here. So let us name this new customer and let us name him Anthony, and you can enter a VAT registration number there. This name could either be a person's name or a company's name. Then there's a bunch of details that you can add in there too. And that brings you to this page. There's a whole bunch of details, so you'll have to go through that and just basically build that contact. So What you can also do is, if you want to select a new customer, you can just tap down this drop down menu and say add new, and then you can actually import all your Gmail contacts straight from there. Then you'll see with the customer details, you will have to enter an email address. You will also need a billing address. You will have to enter some terms, and it says there terms show how many days a customer has to pay you. You can change this number before you send the invoice, and then the invoice date, and then the due date. You can also add a few tags onto there so that it's easier for you to search when you're looking for a particular document. Then you can change the invoice number on the right hand side, and now you can actually enter your product or your service. So what we're going to do here is you can add a new item. I'm going to use services, and then you can just put in some details here in terms of what you're actually invoicing for. And the quantity, we can say 3, and we can make the rate $50, and it'll give you a total amount, and that is $150. What you can also do is you can add a line, you can clear all the lines, and you can add a subtotal if you would like to. Then you have a message on the invoice, and you can also put a message on your statement. If you'd like to upload any document to attach to this invoice, you can do so on the bottom left hand side. Once you are complete with this, you can go down to the bottom and say save and send. So what it's going to give you basically is an overview of what your invoice looks like, and then it also gives you all the details as to who it's coming from, who it's going to, and they actually input a message right over here so you can actually see what it says. It just says, "Dear Bob, we appreciate your business," and so forth. And this is a preview of the actual invoice. You can now print this invoice, and then you can tap send and close. Now this invoice will be sent to the customer, and he will receive it, and you'll be able to make a payment to you. Now let's go into new again. Next, I'm going to show you how to create another document. So let's go down and let us create a quote. So all of these will definitely have different details that you'll have to enter. Okay, so this is what the page looks like. And again, you will have to add a customer. So let us use Frank for this example. And then let us just change his email address here. And let's just say frank@gmail.com. And then again, you will enter your billing address, your quote date and the expiration date, your quote number, and then the details of your quote. It's exactly the same as the last document that we created. Thereafter, you can say save and send, and it will give you a preview of the invoice, and then you can go ahead and process it. So I'm going to jump back now and show you a little bit of the main menu and what you can actually do from there. So right over here on the left hand side, you can say business overview, and basically this shows you all the transactions that have happened in your business coming in and going out. So this is a nice overview so that you can see everything in one place. So it's got your profit and loss, it's got your bank account details there, it's got your expenses, and then it also includes your invoices and your sales. Now, it gives you a breakdown of your sales over a period of time. And you can also, on the bottom right hand side, tap see all activity, which will allow you to see each one of these windows in detail. A nice feature here is the privacy tab. So what you can do here is once you tap it, all your information actually disappears. So if you may be working in a public space, it's quite nice to not have all your information visible to people that are maybe walking past you or whatever the case may be. Another feature that you can use on the toolbar on the left hand side is the bookkeeping. Now the bookkeeping, of course, it would have to be done by somebody that has a little bit of know-how. So if you're not the accountant yourself, you can actually go down to My Accountant and just tap on that. You can now invite your accountant to work on this same account with you. Now, let's say perhaps you don't have an accountant. You can actually find a professional to help you right on this platform. I think that is a fantastic feature. And as you go through the website, it will give you daily reports, it'll give you weekly reports, and it will also give you monthly reports, which you can find on the left-hand side under More, and you can have a look at reports, and you'll be able to do everything in one place. So there you go. That's how you can use this fantastic software, QuickBooks, to manage monies coming into your business and going out of your business. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave us a like and don't forget to subscribe. We will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.